channel, guys. Today's video is going to be all about my best printing tips, and I promise you they are going to save you a lot of money. If you saw my last vlog, you guys know that I had an absurd number of boxes delivered to my apartment, and I told you guys you would find out about them in my next video. If you can't already tell by the image quality, I did upgrade all of my filming equipment, and I'm really excited because that means I get to produce higher quality videos for you guys. Now, I am probably still going to use my old camera for vlogging just because it's smaller and more portable, but all of my sit-down informational videos will be higher quality, starting with this one. I've had a ton of people ask me about printing and whether I go through a ton of ink getting materials ready for my classroom, and the answer is yes and no. Yes, I do use a ton of ink printing things for my classroom, but no, I don't spend a lot of money. Currently, I print about 300 pages per month and I only pay about $10. I know you're probably thinking, how in the world is that possible? First of all, let's go back to my first year of teaching. I was printing so much for my classroom. I was printing posters, I was printing task cards, you name it, I was probably printing it. And of course, I wanted it all to look cute, which meant I had to print in color ink. I was going through about 2 to 3 black ink cartridges per month plus 2 color ink cartridges per month. So for me, a combo pack of black and colored ink for my printer was about $32. So if you add all that up, I was spending about $80 per month just on ink, and for a teacher, that is absolutely insane. I'm currently using a program called HP Instant Ink, and it is literally the best way possible to save on ink. If you have never heard of HP Instant Ink, or you have heard about it but you've never really looked into it, I promise you, you are missing out. Let me make it clear that I am not being paid by HP Instant Ink to say this. I'm not affiliated by them. I'm not being endorsed by them. However, I wish I had known about this program long before I found out about it because I could have saved so much money. So I want to be able to get this message out to as many teachers as possible because we already spend so much on our classroom, we don't need to be spending it on ink as well. And again, I'm not talking about the copies that I make at school. Obviously, I don't have to pay for that ink. I'm talking about the things that I personally print out at home to make for my classroom. With HP Instant Ink, you are charged per page that you print rather than the amount of ink that you use. So what that means is if you print out a full page color photograph, that counts the same as printing out a full page of just black text. So if you are a teacher and you use a lot of colored ink, this is perfect for you. Now, there are 3 different plan options you can choose from. One option has 50 pages per month and it costs $2.99. A second option has 100 pages per month and it costs $4.99. The third option, you get 300 pages per month for $9.99. Personally, I have the 300 pages per plan month for $9.99 because I do a lot of printing outside of school, so personally that is the best value for me. Again, that's 300 pages of either full color or black and white or both, it doesn't matter. If there's months where you're not using as many prints, the great thing is your unused pages will roll over. So what that means is if I only print 200 pages in a month, 100 of those pages will roll over. And you can have as many rollover pages as you have pages per month in your plan. So if you have the 50 pages per month plan, you can have up to 50 rollover pages. Since I have the 300 page plan, I can have up to 300 rollover pages. When the next month starts, you will have to use your plan pages first. So personally, I only use my rollover pages if I've already used all 300 pages for that month. But if I have 300 pages per month, plus I have 300 rollover pages saved up, that could be 600 pages of printing for 1 month. If for some reason you go through all of your pages per month, plus all of your rollover pages, you can pay for additional pages and it's still cheaper than going out and buying other ink. So I know personally for my plan, I can get 25 additional pages for just $1. Why I love HP Instant Ink is because the ink gets shipped right to me for free. I don't have to go to the store. Plus, my printer will actually communicate with my computer and it will tell HP when I need new ink. So what that means is my ink will arrive to me before I even run out. But again, you are not charged for the ink. You're only charged for the number of pages you print. So just because they send you new ink does not mean you're going to be charged more. You're only charged once per month based on how many pages you print. Another great thing about this is you are not locked into any kind of contract, which is extremely hard to find. You can upgrade your plan at any time. So if you start out with only 50 pages per month, you realize you need more, you can upgrade your plan. You can also downgrade your plan. So if you start with the 300 pages per month and you realize you do not need that much, you can downgrade to the 100 pages per month. Or if you try it out and you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you do have to have an HP Instant Ink eligible printer. So if you don't have an HP printer or you have an older printer, it's probably not going to be eligible. However, guys, you can buy a brand new printer and have the HP Instant Ink, and it would still be cheaper than what you're spending on ink from the stores. Personally, the printer that I have does not cost a lot at all. I have the HP Envy 4500 series. It runs about $56 on Amazon. Now, is it the fastest printer in the world? No, but for me, it gets the job done perfectly fine. I will put it in my Amazon store if you are interested. The link for that is always down in the description. So even with that printer being $56 plus $10 a month if you do the highest plan, that's still less than what I was paying my first year of teaching just for ink. If I have convinced you to sign up, and I really hope that I have, because guys, I cannot stress enough how amazing I think this program is. I have put a link down in the description for you, and I also will put it here on the screen to get you 1 month of free ink. So if you choose that $9.99 a month plan, that gets you 300 pages of printing for free. Again, guys, I am only recommending this to you guys because I personally use and love it. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not getting paid by them, but I have been using it for 1.5 years now, and I will never go back to buying ink from a store. I can even tell you guys that once I signed up for it and my parents saw how much I loved it, they too got a new printer so they could sign up, and they love it just as much as I do. If you're on the fence, I highly recommend just trying it out. If you don't like it, you don't have to continue with it. Like I said, you can cancel it anytime. There's no contract, but try it out with that code. Get it free for a month. If you don't love it, get rid of it, but I don't see how anyone could not love it. Now, that is my main printing tip for this video. There is nothing I can recommend to you that is going to save you more money than using HP Instant Ink. However, I do have one other small tip that I'm going to give you guys that would save not only ink but also paper. I know personally there are a lot of worksheets I use for my class that just don't need a whole sheet of paper. It's a waste of space. It doesn't need to be that big. A lot of the assignments I use in my classroom, things like exit tickets and vocabulary quizzes, I actually print 2 to a page. So instead of making 24 copies, I only need 12 copies. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. It's really simple. Let's say I'm printing this PDF document. I would go to File and then select Print. Then under Page Sizing and Handling, I would select Multiple. Then I can choose either 2, 4, 6, 9, or 16 pages per sheet. I typically choose 2 pages per sheet just because I don't want it to be too small for them. Then under Orientation, I can select either Portrait or Landscape depending on the original orientation of the document. Then once I print, all I have to do is cut the pages in half and I'm ready to go. I hope you guys found these tips useful. If you try out HP Instant Ink for the first time, leave me a comment. I would love to know what you think of it. Here soon, I'm going to be doing a 3-part video series all about resume, portfolio, and interview tips. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But until then, happy teaching. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end and for supporting my YouTube channel. I appreciate it more than you guys realize. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right over here. In the description is the link to all of my social media sites, my Teachers Pay Teacher store, and my Amazon store. And I will catch you guys in my next video.